you're going to do is, what we talked about, is you're going to clean off all of that brake dust that's inside there. What you do is you take some cleaner, and what I always do is don't spray it real hard, just wet it down lightly, and once you have it saturated, then you can hit it real hard with the full pressure of the can. But by wetting it down, it keeps the debris from getting all over the place. And we'll wash it all down. Now we have it nice and clean. First thing we're going to do is we're going to come in here with a pair of vice grips, and we're just going to pinch the line that goes into the wheel cylinder. We're not going to make it real tight. We're just going to pinch it very lightly, just enough to keep the fluid from flowing through it so that we don't damage it. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here to this spring on the side right here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to show you. There's a spring right here for the self-adjuster. You're just going to grab it, lift it up, and we're going to lift it up and off of here, and we're going to remove that. Then we're going to take these out here. So let's do that. All right, so you just grab it with the pliers and you lift it up, and you pull the spring up and off. And we're going to be changing these springs. We're not going to reuse these springs because the car has got over 100,000 miles on it. But this lever right here, we're going to need to reuse this. So put this on the side, and you're going to reuse this. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to, before we take anything else apart, right here is your parking brake lever that goes through there. There's a little clip on there. What you have to do with that little clip is you have to spread it and you have to separate it from the lever. So I use a screwdriver, go in the middle of it, and you just twist it. It opens it up a little bit, and then you push it out. Just slide it down until you have enough room. Then you get in here with the screwdriver and you remove it like this. It's a lot easier doing this now than when that shoe is off the car. Take these pieces out and again put this on the side. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove this spring right here. And the way you do that is you just grab it with the cutting pliers and you pull it to the back. And you take it out like that. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the shoes from the car. And the way to do that is you push in on this little clip right here, and then from the back you rotate the pin that holds it in. I'll show you what that looks like. And what you're doing is this piece here is like that. You push it in, and then you take the back piece here and just rotate it, and you can pull this clip right off. All right? We're going to be replacing these also. So just put them on the side for now. Same thing we're going to do right up in the front right here. You push in like this, and you rotate that pin in the back, and that comes right off. Again, we're going to replace it so you don't need to hold on to it. We're going to take this shoe here, and we just pull it out. Take the spring off the bottom that is on here. And we're going to replace this also. And this shoe here we're going to take out. And we're going to take it off of the lever. Alright, we'll grab the new stuff and we'll put it back together. Okay, we're going to put the new pins through the back of it to hold the shoes on. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the brake shoe that we previously took off, match it up to make sure it's the correct shoe, which it is. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this lever on while it's here off of the car. You put it through the shoe like this. You install your flat washer on here. And then you take your new horseshoe clip that comes with it, and you slide it on. And then you're going to get a regular pair of pliers, and we're going to attach it. Use a pair of pliers to squeeze it till it goes in all the way. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the pliers and you're going to close it up. Push it all the way in, and then you grab pliers and you bend it around like that, and now that clip is on there permanently. Alright? What we're going to do now is we're going to lubricate everywhere that the brake shoe touches. That will eliminate any kind of squeaking and make the brake pads slide properly. Any point that the brake shoe touches, you lubricate it with your silicone grease. If you don't have any, you can pick it up in the car store. It's specifically made for doing brakes. All right. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the shoe and put it back up in here into the wheel cylinder, and then we're going to take that hole down and put it through there like that. You take your new clip, hang it on here. You take your screwdriver and you push your clip over that while you hold it from the back. And then while you're holding it down with the screwdriver, you rotate the clip in the back till it's straight on the you put it back through there like that, and then while it's through there, you rotate that pin and you lock it in place like that, and it won't move. All right? Next thing we're going to do, all right, so that shoe now is finished. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put that spring on the bottom here that we previously took off. Just hang it on here like this, and now we're going to install the other brake shoe. Now, this one here has got the lever, or the pin through here for the lever for the parking, for the adjustment of the brake adjuster. So we need to make sure we have the correct shoe. Okay. Take that spring and you hook the spring on here like this. And then you're going to take this and you're going to put it back in the car. We'll put this spring on here later on. We're going to take it like this. We're going to hook it on this spring down on the bottom here, like that. And then we'll bring this up, and we're going to reattach it with the hold down screw. Remember, put that on there. So you hold it through from the inside. We get our adjuster back onto the shoe, onto the parking brake where it belongs. And we'll reattach that spring in a minute. But for now, we're just going to get this piece here on, hook it on there. We're going to take the screwdriver again, and you got to push that clip down and rotate it from the back until it's at a 90 degree of the opening, which is what it is now. What I'm doing is I'm just hooking that spring into the back right over here where it belongs to the shoe. Put the star adjuster back where it belongs. Okay. And then you hook your spring back onto the back over there like that. Move it up just a little bit. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to put that self-adjuster back on. adjuster back onto that pin right there. And you rotate it. And the lever goes down like that. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to hook our spring back on here. And we're going to lift it up and put it back where we took it out from. Show you what everything looks like. Okay. All right. So what you did is you put your adjuster for your parking brake right through here. You put your washer behind it. You bent the horseshoe clip around it. You installed your lockdown tab right here. Put your new spring on the bottom right here. You put this lock tab here on. You got the spring caught in the back here the way it's supposed to be. The wheel cylinder is touching the brake shoes exactly as supposed to. Self-adjuster is in place, and it's put back in where it belongs. That's it, we're all set. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the drum on, and then we're going to adjust these brakes. So let me grab the drum, and we'll come right back. The drum is resurfaced now, so we have a good surface for the new brake pads to be touching onto. I just want to show you this real quick here. This is the self-adjuster inside here. There is a slot in the back. I'll show you back over there. In the back of the drum back here that you can get in here and adjust this, but I'm going to show you an easier way to adjust it without having to try to get in through the back, because through the back it's very difficult to get back in there to do anything. You can see that it's in a really bad spot back there. So we're just going to do it a different way here, and I'll show you how I normally do it. We're going to take these vice grips that we have on the line off. So now this is all back in, and let me put the drum on and we're going to adjust it. A little bit of grease on here because it was a little bit rusty coming off. So that way we'll have a little bit easier time getting it off the vehicle if we have to take it off again for any reason. Okay. What I'm going to do is put the drum on and see that it needs to be adjusted. And what I normally do is you get in here with the screwdriver, just turn it to the side here, and you can adjust it right here. You just spin that wheel, and then we'll turn it a little bit, and we'll put the drum back on and see how it is. The way you want to have it is you want to have it so that the drum can make one complete revolution if you spin it by hand. Pretty rusty, but gives you an idea. Once that wheel is on flush, you'll be able to spin it one full revolution. All right, so that's it. You're all set. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.